DreAllDay.com.
Today I want to talk about, nice pics on this guy. Today I want to talk about execution. Y'all know what execution means, right? It means getting things done. When you got an idea or a plan, but actually making it happen. Not just having the plan, but actually making the plan happen. So I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to give you 3 specific things you can use when it comes to execution to actually getting stuff done, so you can get out of the planning phase, you can get out of the pre-launch phase, you can get out of the thinking about it, talking about it phase, but actually getting to making it happen. First thing is this: you are better off executing something badly than planning it perfectly. I know a lot of planners out there. I know people who got to plan and plan and plan before they start doing anything. They're like, oh, I got to get all the information. You know, I got to get all the information before I call anybody. I got to get my business cards before I go start building my business. I got to go read up on how all these things got to be done before I take any action, because I don't want to mess it up. I want to make sure I get it right. Listen, those people never get anything done. They never start anything, because you can't finish something until you start it. So you're better off doing something and being terrible at it, messing up, stumbling all over yourself, than never doing it, but your plan is perfect. So a perfect plan is worth absolutely nothing. That's going to lead to my next couple of points. Second thing is this: all of us, everybody wants to do business, right? Everybody wants to make money somehow, some way, generate income. Understand that wisdom, which is knowledge that is applied, understanding information, but then knowing how, when, why, and how much of it to use, that's what we call wisdom. Wisdom is worth money. People will pay money for wisdom. Wisdom is what you find in a book. Wisdom is what you get when you hire a coach, or you retain a consultant, or when you go to a mastermind event, or you go to a seminar or something like that. That's wisdom that you get in there, not just information. Information is just telling you what it is. Wisdom is telling you how to use it and what to do with it. So wisdom is worth money, and wisdom only comes from experience. The people who teach those things, the people who write books, the people you hire as a coach, somebody you retain as a consultant, those people have experience. They not only had the information, but they know what to do with the information, how much of it to use, when to use it. That's what we call wisdom. You only get that from experience. You can only get experience from executing on your ideas. And the third thing is this: ideas are worth absolutely zero. So if you got a great idea right now, you don't have to have a non-disclosure agreement before you share it with somebody. You don't have to hoard all your ideas. Ideas worth absolutely nothing until somebody takes the idea and actually executes on it. A lot of people have ideas. We all get ideas every single day. But how many of our ideas do we actually make into something tangible? Pretty much on a percentage basis amongst all humans, I'll say less than 1%. Ideas are worth nothing. So just because you got an idea don't mean you've done anything. What have you executed on? That's the question that you got to ask and answer for yourself. So recapping, I'm going to take a couple questions and we wrapping up for this morning. This is Dre Baldwin, y'all talking to, professional speaker, professional athlete, TED Talker, YouTuber, author, blogger, podcaster, coach, consultant, and we talking about executing. First thing is this: you're better off executing terribly than planning perfectly. You're better off doing something and having it be shit, have it be terrible, and then make it better. You just change it and work it until it's the way that you want it, rather than planning everything perfectly before you do anything. Number 2, wisdom is worth money. Wisdom is knowing information and then knowing how, when, where, why, and how much to apply. That is wisdom. If you want people to pay you money, you need wisdom. You only get wisdom from experience. Your experience of doing stuff, that's how you learn how to apply your information. And the third thing is ideas are worth nothing. Just because you got an idea doesn't mean it's worth money. Doesn't mean somebody should pay you for it. Doesn't mean you've achieved anything. You haven't achieved anything until you have executed and made a finished product. Even if the finished product's bad, you haven't achieved anything until you do that. So anybody got a question? I take questions right now. This is Dre Baldwin you're talking to. My Snap is at Dre Baldwin. Snapchat at Dre Baldwin is in my Periscope bio. If you watch me for the first time on Periscope, swipe to the right and make sure you follow me on Periscope. I do these scopes multiple times per week, usually every day, but I ain't gonna say every single day. Some days I don't, but most of the time I do. So make sure you follow me, turn on notifications, so when I do a live stream, you can catch it. My Snapchat is at Dre Baldwin. My website is called DreAllDay.com. So if you want to go to my website, learn more about me, DreAllDay.com. Any advice for someone who might want to start a podcast? Well, Crumbs, based on what I just said, what do you think I would say? Since you just heard what I just said, what do you think my advice would be to you? I'm curious as if you caught the message. So you tell me what you think. Anyone else got a question? Post your question. felonious, don't help them out. It's like school. You don't want to help them out when the teacher asks a question. You can't help them out. Don't call out. Can I answer any more questions? Anybody got a question? I'll take the question right now. What actions do I take looking to build a following and become an affiliate marketer? Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think you should do? What action do you think you should take? Just if you got offered $1 million to figure out what action to take, what's your decision? I'll give you $1 million to tell me some ideas you got. What are your ideas on actions? Anyone else got a question? Speak now, forever hold your peace. This is Dre Baldwin you're talking to. What's going on? Forever Young J2. An option is to buy shout outs. All right, then start doing it. What you waiting for? Don't tell me. Just go execute on the idea. This is what I'm talking about right now. The idea sounds great, but are you going to execute on the idea? It sounds good when you're saying it in the comments here, but this ain't going to get it done. Getting it done is your actions. Do I still post basketball videos? Yeah, go to YouTube and look me up. I do still post basketball videos. Can't take any other questions. My Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. That's where you can find me throughout the day. If you send me a snap, I will reply as long as it's good. Work on your game, everybody. Have a great, what's the day? Wednesday. DreAllDay.com. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the snap. My snap name is at Dre Baldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast, if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known. Getting the exposure you want and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game. Dre Ball, Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball, Dre Ball, Dre Ball.